Welcome everyone. So this is a video session on tips and tricks to handle PMI ACP exam, how to answer the questions which are going to be there. And before we move forward, I would like to share an incident which happened just yesterday. So I was planning to go to New York, and I had to drive from Connecticut to New York. And my sister-in-law was here, and she told me, Nidhi, why don't you take Tappanzee Bridge instead of George Washington Bridge, because the time of the day you are going, it's going to be extremely crowded and you will get stuck. So I said, yeah, why not? Let's take Tappanzee Bridge instead. And in no time, I mean, of course, not in no time, but I soon reached my destination. So that was a trick or a tip that my sister-in-law gave me. And my brother, who was driving back from New York, he took double the time than what and he was saying it was fully, both sides were choked. It was like was very slow moving traffic. So what happened? Advantage, tips and tricks, and that's what I'm going to share with you, my tips and tricks which we have come across, handling various students and who have taken exams, who have passed their exams, and based on the discussions we have come out with this tips and tricks for handling PMI exams and especially PMI ACP. Okay, so let's get started. So what is our first trick? Yes, the first one says read all four answers before deciding. So what happens? We are a little nervous. We are taking an exam, maybe after a long time, and we read the question. We know pretty well. Okay, what is the question asking? We read the first answer. Oh yes, this is a good answer. Okay, might be correct. Mark it and move forward. We do not read sometimes the all the remaining answers. That will not work, not on PMI exams. Okay, PMI exams are questions and answer choices are made in a way that there are some good answers, yes, but there is something which is even better than that. So if the answer choice is A, B, C and D, A you found, yeah, it seems to be right. Okay, but when you read B, oh, this was better than that. So what you would do? You would eliminate this. You would pick this. But no, 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 no. Wait. We still have two more answers to go read, right? The other one was totally wrong answer, so we eliminated it, and the next one was the best answer. Or you thought, this also seems to be right. Then you evaluated among B and D and you picked the right answer. So that is why it is important that you read all four answers before deciding. Okay, don't run. Don't think that the time is less to take the exam. There is enough time. Be calm and take the exam. Read all answers. Okay, so next is read the end of the question first. Okay, this is not recommended tip if you are you are well in time and you are clear about what is being asked. So there are only two scenarios in which you have to use this tip. One, you are running short of time, which I feel won't happen. Okay, I believe that there is enough time to solve all the questions. We have 120 questions on the exam, and there's enough time. So but just in case you are still short of time or the question is not clear, okay, you are confused as to what is being asked in the question. It's a whole paragraph of question, so much information is written, you don't know what is being asked. Okay, that time you read the end of the question first, and that would give you clarity on what is being asked, and once that is clear, then you read the whole question again. My recommendation would be, if you have time, read the whole question and read all choices. Okay, so many times when on you are taking PMI exams, many times the questions have lot of information which is not really needed to answer the question. Okay, just they are made situational and complex, but it's really not needed. So if you know, if you are getting confused, you don't have clarity on the question, then read the end of the question and read the whole question again and try to understand what is applicable, what is not applicable. Then read all the answer choices and pick the best one. Okay. Next, don't take the easy way out. Yes, this is very important. What happens, we sometimes we are in hurry. We are in hurry, and we want to take shortcuts, or we want to do things in pretty easy manner. Okay, but this generally in the long run does not pay. Okay, so I'm in general, not just in exam questions, in general, do try not to take the easy way out, because these easy way out, there would be some asterisk sign, conditions applicable. Remember, you are investing in mutual funds and there is a asterisk sign which says conditions applicable. Okay, and you have not really paid attention to it, and later on you have lost your money. So don't take easy way out. Go through the whole thing. ACP exam, PMI ACP exam is there's lot of information. It is the content, the knowledge, it is vast. It's not easy. Okay, I'm not trying to scare you here, but there are people who says that we guarantee passing in first attempt. We have a dump of questions which you, if you do just these questions, you will clear the exam. No, you need to do the study. Okay, and you need to put in your hard work if you want to clear. But once you study and you put the hard work, you will definitely succeed. I have full confidence in that, and we are here to support you for that, so that you pass the exam in your first try. Okay, but don't take easy way out. Do the necessary reading. Okay, do the necessary practice of questions. Solve as many questions as you can. Okay, and revisit. That's the plan you should be following. And of course, if you come to us, I will help you plan out your study plan for your PMI ACP exam prep. Okay, coming to the questions, uh, be sure not to choose answers that involve taking a shortcut or skipping steps. Okay, so if there is some answer choice which is telling you that this is, by doing this it is a shortcut, you can reach out earlier, then just eliminate that answer choice. That's what this exam tip is talking about. Okay, next tip is use your instincts and eliminate wrong answers. So two things here: use your instincts. See, when you have taken the PMI ACP exam prep, you have done the necessary PMI ACP tutorial, then you will know all the concepts, and I'm assuming you have put in your effort, your hard work into it, so you know all the concepts. So if something is unfamiliar, okay, this is generally wrong. If it is not covered here, it's unfamiliar, you have never even heard of the word, this is generally a wrong answer. Okay, so normally when you read a question, you read all A, B, C, D answer choices, you would instinctively know, okay, C is the best choice, this is the answer. But sometimes we overanalyze, we overthink, and then we revisit again and again. We try to put in, it can't be that simple, it can't be that straightforward, and we tend to pick up a wrong answer choice. So don't overanalyze things. Instinctively, if you are picking a particular option, most probably it is the best option. Just take a look at all the other answers again, and if you still think this is best, then let it be like that. Okay, don't overanalyze. And what about eliminate wrong answers? So we have A, B, C, and D. Okay, we read about A. This looks to be good. B, yeah, this is also okay, but maybe it is not as good as A, this choice. Just eliminate it. See, initially, if you had to pick from A, B, C, and D, you had 4 choices. Now you are left with only 3 choices. So your probability of success is higher. Okay. Then you read C. Yeah, this also looks to be good. D. Oh, no, 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 no. Come on. This is totally wrong. Okay. So now you have to pick among A and C. Right? Read again, question, read again these 2 answers, and then pick what you think is the best answer. Okay, so eliminate answers that involve terms that are unfamiliar, and divide, keep eliminating the wrong answers, or if you find a better answer than that, then eliminate the first choice. Next, again I'm telling, even though it is a difficult exam in terms of its preparation and actual exam, but it is not something that you cannot do. Okay, only thing that is required from you is a dedicated study. Okay, you know the concepts, you know everything which is there on the exam. When you take this tutorial PMI ACP exam prep, you will be prepared for taking the exam. So don't worry. And in case if you are getting scared while taking exam, it is a long exam, and anxiety, it's part. Okay, if you are worrying, take a deep breath, go drink a glass of water, or have just take a few minutes break and come back, relax and come back. Okay, there's nothing to worry about. Honestly speaking, there is nothing to worry about. You just have to understand the reasons behind what we are doing and what it is for. After that, beyond, you are good to go. Okay, so anxious, take a deep breath, release slowly, smile, think of some positive situation, some incident which made you happy, and go back and take the exam. You will ace it. Okay, so make the decision, be proactive, be professional. Okay, make the decision. See, PMI in general, for all the certifications, they want to own people to take ownership, to take responsibility. Okay, and they expect that you will take the decisions. You will not put the responsibility of decisions to anybody else. You will be proactive, you will be professional. So take the decision. If the answer choice says that okay, let product owner handle this situation, or let PMO handle this situation, that means these are the wrong answer choices. Okay, so next is communicate directly, face to face, and as soon as possible. See, there will be situations on your projects where things might not be going well, or or just some information needs to be communicated. Okay, agile teams prefer co-location. Remember, co-location. And why? Because they prefer face to face communication, because that helps them build cohesive, strong, agile teams which are based on trust and respect for each other. So any answer choices which says to be direct, honest, and proactive, pick that choice. Most probably that is the correct one. And of course, you have to eliminate the wrong choices. Let's say you eliminated A and C. Now, out of B and D, you feel that reading, you say that okay, D is the best because in this I am taking the responsibility of the action. I am being honest, I am being proactive, I am being direct. So this is my correct answer. Okay, easier question tips. Easier questions should be answerable by most test takers. They focus on professional responsibility. Our next video in this, the whole module is on professional responsibility and ethics. So go ahead and listen to that video. Not now, not now. We are not yet finished on this one. So after you complete this, go and take the video on professional responsibility and ethics. Okay, other easier questions would be supporting PMI. So PMI expects all PMI certification holders, be it ACP, be it PMP, be it CAPM, everyone to be supporting PMI, which means if you find something which is against PMI, report it, or you should support the profession, which means you need to put in the efforts, put in you maybe you need to guide and coach others also to think on PMI ways, to implement PMI ways of doing things. Following practices, yes, the practices that are being that we are going to learn in this PMI ACP exam prep course, you need to follow those. Okay, unless and until, I understand what you have the question. Yes, ACP agile way of thinking says that teams should tailor the process as per their requirement, but it also says that the very first implementation should be to use the practice and tools and techniques as is, because there has been lot of thought process that has been put into it. So use as is. Still you think that there is some enhancements to be done, yeah, go ahead, tailor the process, no problem. Okay, so easier questions and obvious tools and techniques that you will be able to answer. Most of the people can answer these questions. Medium questions, again, these most of these questions can be answered by everyone who have prepared. Again, the key thing is prepared, who have studied and who have put in effort to ace this exam, right? You want ACP, these three letters beside your name, right? Maybe LinkedIn profile, maybe wherever, maybe your card, visiting card, you want ACP letters to be there, right? So medium questions, in what order things needs to be performed. So let's say we are in sprint planning. So under sprint planning, there is a particular order in which things are done. Like you first identify the sprint goal, then you pick the stories. So you create story, sprint backlog, and then you decompose them, whatever you can, into task. Okay, so maybe the order of things would be to where you have to tell, okay, the first thing is write sprint goal. Okay, something real, not directly. PMI questions are not going to be really direct, but the answer would gravitate towards, okay, what's the first thing that happens in sprint planning. Okay, so in which order things should be performed. Questions related to more details of tools and techniques. Maybe there is a burn down chart which is there and you have to read it, something like that. Specific terms and vocabulary. Question which talks about refactoring. Okay, so if you don't know about refactoring, then you won't be able to answer that question. Question asking why a particular activity is performed. So why is it that important? Okay, why refactoring is important, what is the advantage it brings. So maybe a question would be, all of these are the advantages of refactoring except. Okay, so three answers are which are the advantage of refactoring, and one is not an advantage, and you have to pick that one. Read the questions. They very commonly they use the word except, or which one is not right answer. Okay, so questions related to time box, roles, responsibilities, time box. We are this is the constraint that we have put, that within this time we have to finish the particular activity. So roles and responsibilities like servant leader, adaptive leadership, those kind of things. Okay, so those are the medium questions. If you have studied for the exam, you will be able to answer these questions. Okay, but you must study. Harder questions. Harder questions, they seem easy or obvious only to the best and most prepared takers. And we want you to be most prepared. Okay, so that you can answer the questions. You can clear the exam not just at borderline, but you are exceptional in that answering. Okay, taking the test. We want PMI ACP, these three letters to be beside your name. Okay, so how would you do that? By studying, and not just studying, you will do lots of practice tests. Practice tests are key. They have to be done if you have to clear, because PMI ACP questions are not really straightforward. They are very situational questions. Okay, you, half of the time would be spent just to understand what the question is asking, what is happening, who's doing those kind of things. These are trick questions, situational questions where you are not sure what is being asked. They are poorly worded. They have more than one correct answer. Many times you will see that three answer choices are correct. You have to pick the best one. Okay, or some mathematical or logic questions, but there's more to it. Harder questions, please. Okay, for harder questions, most test takers will not naturally gravitate towards the right answer. Okay, first of all, make sure this is a harder question and you are not over analyzing. Sometimes we really over analyze things, overthink about situations, and we kill it. Let's not do that. Not us, not you, not me. I am going to support you to solve these. Okay, of course not on the exam. Okay, before we will practice together. Look for the trap. Read question and all four answers again. There might be some traps, so look for that. Okay, like many times you will not read the word not. Okay, so the question said which of the which is not an advantage of refactoring, let's say, and A, B, C and D are given. This is an advantage, this is an advantage, this is an advantage, this is not. But what you do now, you have thought about, we have to pick the best answer. You say, okay, this is eliminated because this is not an advantage. Then you read about these, you think, and you pick one of the best answer. What have you done? Wrong, because the question was not read properly. It was asking for which is not an advantage, and D was the correct answer, right? So just think, read the question, read all answers, and then pick. Okay, ask yourself what answer the novice would pick and eliminate that. And practice on our simulator. We have a simulator on our website www.eduhubspot.com. Go and practice. We have 4 full length 120 question each, 3-hour tests. Okay, go and try, practice. Final preparation, prepare your own glossary, your own formulas, graphs, practice, practice and practice, and understand the concepts. Do not memorize them, understand. Another tip that I would like to give is prepare your own cheat sheets. Okay, this will help you in doing a quick summary a day before the exam or maybe the same day. Okay, so prepare your own. This also helps you to revisit or revise the concepts. So have your own. You can buy them there are a lot of websites, and you can actually buy them, but from preparation perspective, I feel it is better that if you prepare your own. Okay, so that's the final preparation, and with that I think we are at the end. Yes, so practice, 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 study and practice, only two things. Okay, any questions, feel free to drop us an email. We can be reached at services@eduhubspot.com. If you have specific questions on particular videos, you can always reach out to me at nidhi.kohli@eduhubspot.com. Okay, so all the best. I want to see you to be ACP certified, agile certified practitioner. Happy reading. Bye bye.